Greetings and salutations, this is Brian from Mechbladestudios. Well, it's time for building some more cardboard with the release of Nintendo LABO Toy-Cons 03, the vehicle kit. How's it stack up against the others? Well, let's take a look. The instructions are the same as the other two kits, easy to follow, easy to control, and so on. The characters are the same, moving on. As the kit's label says, these Toy-Cons are based on vehicles, letting you take control of them in the game. Barring the obligatory Joy-Con practice holder, your first project is the Toy-Con pedal. It's a pedal, obviously, that acts as the vehicle's throttle. Stick the left Joy-Con in, put it on the floor, and you're ready to go. The extra thick rubber band gives just enough resistance to make it feel real, but little enough to let you floor it. It's pretty sturdy as well. You actually get a game to play before you make any of the main Toy-Cons. Slot Cars, as the name suggests, is a race where you only have to press down on the pedal, but be careful not to launch yourself off. Then you have to make the Toy-Con key, which is, well, a glorified Joy-Con holder with a button on top. You use this to control all the vehicles. Curiously, from here on out, the kit's builds seem to go in an order of decreasing difficulty. The first, the car, took me about 3 hours to build, and it's very easy to see why. I haven't had any difficulties building it, but the sheer number of pieces might overwhelm some younger players. It's about as complex as the piano and significantly more so than the robot. Put the key in and you're ready to drive. It's got a steering wheel, a reverse lever, two side levers, each with a rotating knob, and a pull cord for a turbo boost. You can attach this screen holder to the top of the Toy-Con, and the terrain will actually start to tilt when you steer. With the car, you can play circuit races. Amazingly, the game will remember any courses you made in the track editor from the variety kit and import it here, though it omits boost tanks because you already have a built-in boost now. This stupidly impossible one I made is even harder with the car, actually. The Slot Cars mode from earlier does the same thing. You can use the levers to try to punch the opponents off the track, but this is rather awkward given the positioning of the levers on the Toy-Con. See, in a car, the levers for your wipers, lights, and such are positioned so you just have to move your hand or fingers just a little bit to flip each switch. Here, you have to reach over the wheel to access the levers, which can get rather clumsy when you're trying to focus on steering. It gets even clumsier in battle mode, which uses similar rules as the battle mode in the robot kit. Knock your opponent off the stage or blow them up. Also like the robot kit, the only way to face anyone other than the iffy AI is to have another Toy-Con car on hand. Unlike the robot kit, this mode lets you pick up power-ups and create destructible stages using the IR camera. The main event, however, is Adventure Mode, a massive multi-biomes land where you drive around, explore, and complete tasks, Super Mario Odyssey style. The levers are a little easier to use here, used for refueling, bombs, among other abilities, toggled via the knobs. Also usable in Adventure Mode is the Submarine. I can almost see it. Pretend the key slot's a periscope. This one took me an hour and a half to put together. Look at those gears. Put the key in and the dials on either side control the direction of the propellers. Press the button in the middle to fire a harpoon that can grab objects. And that's it. The Submarine has no modes of its own. Next up is the plane. This took me just about a half hour to build because of the obvious fact that this is just a joystick but with a few hidden complexities. Put the key in and you can fly around, though you use significantly more fuel than the other two vehicles. Pull the trigger and you can fire rockets, and that's it. Like the Submarine, it has no modes of its own, but at least this one's easy and fun to control, and it isn't limited to one or two areas of the map. You can transform into all the different vehicles by switching key slots, and it's actually required for certain challenges. This kit also partially solves a multiplayer problem by providing a spare key. If you have another right Joy-Con, you can put it in another vehicle at the same time as player 1 and act as the gunner on the back of the vehicle. If both players press their key buttons at the same time, they switch positions in vehicles. This works best if player 2 has the plane stick, but it does work with the other two. Now, all these vehicles can be used in rally mode, where you have to drive through these gates. The different stages require specific vehicles. The gates are purposely elusive, giving you clues towards finding the next one. If you can't find the next gate in time, you run out of fuel and it's game over. To customize the in-game vehicles, you get a bonus build, the Toy-Con spray can. Put the key in, shake the can up, and you can paint all the different parts of every vehicle, including the driver. You can change the color if you rotate the key. You can even put something in front of the spray can to use it as a masking tool. It's a little difficult to be precise, but it's a really nice touch and a good upgrade from the robot's customization options. In addition to the usual Toy-Con garage, you get a custom controls lab where you can create alternate ways to control the vehicles, including ways to operate them with a normal control scheme. Now, we may be done with a proper review of the software, but I need to add a little addendum here before we get to the final score. It's come to my attention that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, my favorite Mario Kart game of all time, lets you use Nintendo LABO. It supports the Toy-Con car as well as the Toy-Con motorcycle from the Variety Kit. The steering works fine for the most part, and the throttle functions as intended, and you can even do the trick where you protect yourself with a shell, most of the time. You can drift and do mini turbos using the handbrake, but it requires some practice to get right. What's nice about the motorcycle is that you still get the A button to brake and reverse. The car is a slightly different beast. The steering is smooth most of the time, but other times it just stops working completely, sending you into a wall. You use and hold items using the key button, but I find it occasionally gets stuck. The most annoying part is the pedal. In order to accelerate, you have to press down the pedal halfway. Any more than that, you start drifting and almost always end up drifting the wrong way. It doesn't help that the game doesn't make it clear where normal acceleration ends and where drifting begins. Having a gauge on the side akin to the LABO software's Check It Out mode would be helpful. It works okay for the boost tricks though. Using this for Mario Kart 8 is a fun challenge, but if you value your sanity, don't do your all gold runs or staff goes with this. It gives me way too many flashbacks of Mario Kart Wii. Overall, I give the Nintendo LABO Vehicle Kit an 8 out of 10. Despite the limited functionality of the Submarine and a few awkward design choices, the kit excels with its fun build, expansive adventure mode, bonus spray can, mostly smooth controls, the 2 customization lamps, and the Mario Kart 8 functionality. Even if it is a bit finicky, but I don't know if that's the Toy-Con's fault or Mario Kart's fault. So that's it for me for now. What do you guys think? Did you get the Vehicle Kit? Have you used it in Mario Kart yet? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, leave a like and subscribe for more reviews of anime, video games, and movies. Also, hit that bell icon so you know exactly when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching. This is Brian from Mechbladestudios, signing off.